As content creators, we've all had a stage of being stumped on what to do next. Sitting at our desk for long periods of time, really having no idea what to do or why we are doing it. As I write this, I was in that mindset, trying my best to come up with new avenues to pursue that would push me and my business to the next level, but not able to break down those barriers that often get in our way. So today, I thought I'd give you some of my tips of doing so. It amazes me that in so many times we're stopped in our tracks for our creativity flow, yet we have a world of knowledge at our fingertips when it comes to having the internet right there. Sometimes the spark just isn't there to go and do the research needed to pursue a dream or a passion that we want to follow, and instead we go and play video games and do absolutely nothing for extended periods of time. And I'm guilty of this. I've even gone to lengths before of uninstalling games to not have the temptation to play. What I forgot to tell myself was that although I'm working hard, I need to take time for myself, and me time and relaxing and playing some games is what's going to do that. Having interaction with those I care for and just taking a step back for once in a while. If anyone says they work 24/7, well, first they need to give me their tips so that I can do that, but second, they are probably not telling the truth. We need time for ourselves, and we need time sometimes to just reset. Content creation is a difficult path to go down. You constantly need to stay on top of your game whilst coming up with unique ways of standing out from the crowd to be seen by the masses. We get lost in our own thoughts, questioning why we are doing things and the reasons behind it, asking, is this really worth it? It can be a vicious cycle of the mind, and one that many cannot overcome, eventually leading to quitting or being in a poor mental state. There are many occasions where I feel like this, unable to push past specific barriers that are just stopping me from getting to that next stage within content creation. I will be the first to say that this happens a lot more than I'd like to admit. However, all of these turns, all of these blockades are what allows us to become the best content creator that we possibly can. Not many make it out the other side because they get trapped or stopped in their tracks when they can't push through. But if you're able to do that, you'll see a massive difference in your journey. You're told that brainstorming is one of the best ideas to come up with new ways and new avenues to push. However, most of the time when I sat down to brainstorm, no ideas would come to me. Yet at 4 a.m. when I was sleeping or trying to sleep, an idea would come to my head that would just blow my mind as to how I hadn't come up with it prior. Sometimes ideas come to your head at 4 a.m. Other times you have no clue what you're doing next, and why it's actually really important to write stuff down as soon as you think about it, because we tend to forget when an extended period of time comes. You see, good ideas don't come in just one day. The website I built took around 11 months to do, and there's still a lot more work that I could be doing on that. Just like any other platform that I'm on, there's always something to improve upon. Most of the time we just can't be bothered improving upon it. There's 2 places where you can go to learn more content to be better. One of those is by consuming content on the internet, YouTube videos, websites. The other is from the people who already believe in what you do. They know your content the best, other than you, and they're able to help you in more specific areas to push for. A lot of the ideas on this YouTube channel has actually come from all of you incredible people. And if there's anything that you are looking for or wanting to see next, be sure to let me know in the comments. I would love to see what you want to see, and I would love to create it for you. Not many ideas now are original. Most of the time, people have already come up with these ideas before. Your job is to do the idea and make it better. At the beginning of writing this script, I was sort of in a slump. Didn't really know where I was wanting to go or where I was wanting to pursue next. But as I started to write, and as I started to get more into a flow, I was able to understand more areas that I could push in a very easy manner. I then wrote down what I wanted to do next, and that's exactly what I am doing. People always misjudge the power of just starting. And Jodi Picoult's quote as "you can always edit a bad page, you can't edit a blank page" really stands out here. Flow is a concept that I haven't covered much on this channel, but one that I'll be moving into more in the future. You see, flow is a state of mind, one that in order to achieve, you must first start. Too many of us procrastinate about what to do next and how we're going to do it, but don't realise the power of doing first and foremost, to improve upon later. Flow involves many characteristics, each we have all been in before, with intense concentration and a sense of personal control over an activity. So how do we get into a flow state when we have nothing to work toward? To achieve flow and get out of that rut, we first need to come up with a topic that we're actually passionate about. If we do not enjoy what we do, how will we ever create the best content that we wanted to create? Simple answer is, we won't. Finding out what topic makes you excited is the first step. I want you to write down some of the things that you're passionate about right now. This could be photography, videography, anything that makes you passionate. And then I want you to value them or put them in a list of what you want to work on the most to least. After that, you're then able to list what could be most valuable by using the internet to your advantage. On the screen right now, I'm going to put up some random ideas out there. This could work for you, it might not. It might just be the spark that you need to come up with this brilliant idea and be your next big project. I can guarantee you right now, you have a few passion projects that you're thinking of doing, but it just seems to be that blockade that's stopping you from even trying to push for that. And I know that because I've done it so many times as well. And there's two reasons for this. First is not wanting to push yourself outside the comfort zone. Probably the most common one out of all of this. And the second is one we could be doing subconsciously, and that's self-sabotaging. In Jen Sincero's book, You Are a Badass, she states, snooze is creating chaos in an attempt to self-sabotage and keep everything as is, instead of moving forward into the unknown, yet desperately wanted new territory. This statement alone resonates with me deeply, even within content creation and out with. I used to self-sabotage my life a lot. This was to keep it as it was and never moving out of that, purely to keep my comfort zone stable, even if my life wasn't going good at that point. Near the end of 2019, I decided enough was enough and wanted to really start pushing myself outside that comfort zone. I wrote down everything that I wanted to achieve and got to work with it. One of which was recording myself in public. And when I went down to London for the first time for Twitch London, I done just that. It was one of the most terrifying things I have done to this day. But I still look back on it every single time that I'm scared to do something and realise I can do anything that I want to do if I just push myself a little bit more. The comfort zone is what stops us from achieving everything that we are meant to achieve and reaching that top goal that we have ever wanted to create, because we're just too scared to push a little bit outside that comfort zone that we love being a part of. This is also the reason why you're stuck in a loop. You're too afraid to take yourself outside of that. You're too afraid to just be yourself, do something that's going to take a long period of time and a lot of hard work, blood, sweat and tears, and just staying where we are right now. Look at successful creators. Why are they successful? What's the reason that they're doing that? They're standing out from the crowd and they're not afraid to do what everyone else is not doing. Yes, again, some are getting a lot of help and connections that they have, but most of these people started out with nothing, just like you and me, and they worked extremely hard for long periods of time to even see a glimpse of what they're wanting to see. It could be a simple question as to, why haven't you started a YouTube channel yet? Time? Or is there a deeper meaning to it? Self-sabotaging is how we deal with many things in our life, not just within content creation. We will always put ourselves in a safe area and in a safe environment to not get uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable is what makes us better. Being outside that comfort zone is what teaches us the most. We never knew we could learn. How will you ever know your true potential if you don't do something that scares you? Life is full of surprises, many of which we will never get to know. We keep ourselves in the dark and find it hard to praise the accomplishments we have made throughout this incredible journey. Some days are going to be harder than others. Days where we have no clue on what content to create next or what areas to move into. And this is normal. You're not alone. This path is a difficult one that many are just not ready to travel on yet. But understand, if you want to succeed in this business, these are the times when you show the dedication to letting nothing get in your way and actively look to be your best self. Content creation is not easy. Far from it. You do this and get challenged for every single thing you do. You're open to criticism from the world of the internet. There will be days where you just need to take a step back and reevaluate. Days where you feel you've completely wasted because you haven't done anything. People are going to quit. People are going to hate you, belittle you for what you're doing. People are going to love and appreciate all the stuff that you're trying to push. And it's all within the one area. However, understand it's one of the most eye-opening experiences you will ever do. Becoming a content creator will show you a lot more about yourself in a year than you have your whole life. And it will allow you to open your eyes to so many different avenues you never believed possible before. Content creation has so much to offer. Don't give up before you've got what you've came for. Have a fantastic day.